everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
2nd and 15. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
Now back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll set up a throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Darius Slay with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike 58 right there.
Watch twist.
On first down, Sherwood, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
15 yards on the play, first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
60 out, ball.
44, Mike, 44. You got to get the 47.
Get it.
On 1st and 10, Sherwood. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Sherwood. Screen play. Johnson. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Here's the Raiders punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 87 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Start offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Sherwood throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
That's it. Go. Thank you, Gator. Hey, check.
To throw on 2nd down. Sherwood. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Sherwood. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Jaguars getting set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Get it. Play.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
70, Indy.
Big stop, big stop, let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the set.
53, Mike. Get him. Hey, check 24.
Shoot.
A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
On the ready.
53, Mike. Check 53, Mike. You're not ready. You're not
Snap.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Sherwood. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, second down. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
Ready up.
58.
You ain't going nowhere. Get it.
He'll look to throw. This one complete to Coleman. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Get it, baby. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Get up. 5.
They'll drop to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Joe Schobert. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That's how we do it, baby.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throw left side, on target to Thielen. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there's...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Operating from the gun, Sherwood. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The open man is Westbrook. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 28-11 was the final. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting LA Rams. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The throw right sideline here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down. Sherwood. He'll find Thielen working the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Sherwood. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Sure would. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. From the gun on 3rd down. Sure would. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
You got nothing.
Get it. Cut.
On first down, Sherwood. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Sherwood. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he completes it to Westbrook, and they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the post. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
12 yards there and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Sherwood. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw. Sherwood. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Sherwood. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. The kick is good. The rookie in his first NFL game hits it as time expires. And it's pandemonium in the black hole as the silver and black have won it. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Oakland, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.